Tips with Tony. Tips with Tony. All about nutrition from your favorite dietitian. Everything you need to digest in your mind. Tips with Tony. Tips with Tony. Making you healthier one bite at a time. With Tony. Woo.
Hi everyone, I am Tony Marinucci, your registered dietitian, and this is the Healthy Lifestyle Support Group. Some of you are new, so if you're new, welcome, and if you are a participant for a really long time, thank you so much for being a participant. I really appreciate it. Just a reminder, this group is for people who are truly looking to break up with dieting and just commit to healthier living. This is not a place for fad diets and quick fixes, and this is really to help you develop the skills necessary to have a healthier relationship with food, navigate social situations, and hit whatever goal that you have for yourself, whether it be weight loss or just feeling better in your skin or having better skin or whatever it is. This is a place where you can go for reliable information. And I'm really excited to talk about today's topic, which is DNA testing. So if you're watching live, type live. If you're catching the replay, type replay. I am going to, at the same time, I'm going to record my podcast. So if you are not subscribed to the Tips with Tony podcast, you definitely want to subscribe. You can find me on Apple, Spotify, anywhere that you subscribe to a podcast. And make sure that you're subscribed so you can get notified when a new episode comes out. So if you are not able to stay in for the whole live, I do encourage you to rewatch it, but if you want to catch the replay, you can always find it within the group, or you could find it when I release the podcast episode, probably in a couple of weeks or so. All right, so I'm about to get started, and I'm going to hit record, and hopefully this works out, and I try to I don't say kill two birds with one stone, plant one tree with two seeds, okay? All right, we are going to talk all about DNA testing. DNA testing is relatively new. It's been around for a few years now. Actually, it's been around for a while, but it's been new for the public for a couple years now, where you're able to swab a piece of your saliva, put it in a kit, send it to a company, and they tell you certain things. So let's just be clear that people choose to do DNA testing for lots of reasons. We know things like Ancestry.com to know who your ancestors are. But what I'm talking about is DNA testing there's companies out there that are claiming that they can tell you what recommendations you need individualized to you that's going to help you to either lose weight or decrease your cholesterol or prevent diabetes or let you know that you're at risk for obesity, etc., etc. So the intention is great, right? Individualized nutrition care. It's what I preach, it's what I do, it's what I believe in. We are all individuals, and the general recommendations don't always quite add up. However, it's very clear that we know there's certain things that are going to make us healthier, like eating more fruits and vegetables and whole grains and lean proteins, etc., etc. So the issue that I have with these tests is a couple things. Number one, the science is not strong enough to really say, in fact, that this is even reliable or true. And number two, all the different companies have different algorithms that actually will tell you, like, one company might look at certain genes and say, oh, okay, this person is at a greater risk for heart disease, whereas another company might not hold as much weight to that, and they might be like, oh no, they're fine. So it's really hard to know which one to trust. Also, at the end of the day, do we really need to know that we're at a greater risk for heart disease or diabetes or obesity to change our eating habits? Like, we kind of already know the answer to that. What do we need to do? We need to eat more fruits and vegetables. We need to exercise more. We need to drink more water. We need to get adequate amount of sleep. So at the end of the day, the recommendation is going to be very similar to what we would recommend anyway. So we know, regardless of all of these things out there, they seem really hokey pokey, then they seem promising, or they don't seem hokey pokey to you. To me, as a nutrition professional, they're pretty hokey pokey. But at the end of the day, we know that the answer is going to be the answer. So it doesn't really teach you anything. However, I will say that there are some people that do the DNA testing, and for whatever reason, because it's like they believe it to be true, although their doctor told them to lose weight, they didn't want to listen to their doctor. But now, because they have this piece of paper, this DNA test that says you're at greater risk for obesity, so now you need to lose weight, then for whatever reason it motivates them. So I'm not discounting that. If it motivates you to make behavior change and to change your lifestyle, that's awesome. But I will just want to reiterate that the science is not strong enough to determine if in fact you should be following a high carb diet or high fat diet or a high protein diet or what have you. I do believe it's called nutrigenomics. It's a science of nutrition that I do believe in the future is super promising and super exciting. But the thing is it's not strong enough yet. So if anything, it's really just setting yourself up for failure once again, because just because your genetics tell you one thing, your lifestyle is another thing. There's a lot of people that do the testing that say that they should quote unquote be obese, but they're not because of their physical activity level, their exercise level, their environment. So even if the test tells you that you should be on a higher fat, lower carbohydrate diet, but you like things that are high in carbs like rice and pasta and pizza, and now because this test told you can't have it, you're going to feel it's going to restrict you, and it's going to put you back into that food fear that I think diet culture already does enough of. And if we learn how to eat certain foods in moderation, whatever that means to you, your definition of moderation, we don't need a piece of paper to tell us that. Okay, so the DNA tests are not very reliable. They're not the gold standard right now. And they're honestly on average around like $180 to $200. You can invest in a nutrition professional and really get a lot more out of that than just spending $200 on a test, right? You don't need a test to tell you to eat more fruits and vegetables. So it's really just prolonging the inevitable. So that's my opinion on it. Am I one who's open-minded and I believe that things might change in the future? Absolutely. But for right now, don't waste your time on going to get a test. It's like getting blood work to tell you that you're pre-diabetic. There's really not much of a difference. So I would probably choose to use that money and invest it in a dietitian or a gym membership or something that's going to actually help you to create behavior change. Put it in your grocery shopping list, like put it in your veggies, whatever it is. You're going to be better off that way. So I hope you found this helpful. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to reach out. If you're not already subscribed to the Tips with Tony podcast, you definitely want to subscribe. A new episode comes out every Monday and every Wednesday, and when you're subscribed, you don't miss a beat. So thank you so much for listening. I'm Tony Marinucci, your registered dietitian, helping you get healthy one bite at a time. All right, guys, so you guys want to just watch me record a podcast and provide some value for you. So I hope you really like that. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to comment here. Just so you guys know, hi, Haley. I'm going to be going live again every Friday as my intern Danielle, who's done such a great job taking over. I kind of gave her other assignments to do, so now I'm back. So I'll probably go live next week and the week after as well. I have some really exciting stuff coming out, guys, so please stay tuned next Friday. I have such a special offer for you guys. I cannot wait to release it. I cannot wait for you guys to have it. You're going to learn so much, so definitely stay tuned for that. And if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate. You know where to find me. I don't see any questions. If they do come through, I'll answer them after. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.